Saturday night, met a bunch of to the Golden Glide.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to one of the legendary venues in the sport. Historic Soldier Field in Chicago. Tonight on Sunday Night Primetime, it's the Atlanta Falcons and the Chicago Bears. Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen with you. Evan McPherson getting this one started. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin. They'll run it for the first time with Bijan Robinson. And he's going to be stopped at the line. No gain. Great way for the defense to open up here at home.
This defense wanted to come out early in this game and take the fight to the offense. And boy, did they ever set the tone on the very first play, keeping that carry to no gain.
They'll go again with Robinson. Room to run at the 35. And they'll finally track him down as he takes it up to the 45-yard line. A gain there of 24 yards. First down, Atlanta.
There's two elements to a successful run play, and the key is having them aligned. The offensive line needs to block according to the play and create space, but the back has to hit that space at the appropriate time. This is a clear example as to why it leads to big gains.
A nice job, able to dance away and get forward for a pickup of a half dozen. From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 3. Off the play fake, Purdy. Swing this one out to White. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 25-yard line. That one's good for 26 yards.
And I think this is going to be a matchup they exploit the rest of the game. They go to it here early to test it. And I think with those results, it's something they should continue to come back to, because I'm not sure the defense has a matchup for that running back.
He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. It is 2nd and 6. It's a give up the middle to Robinson. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming. He's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Seventh play of this opening drive, and here's 3rd down. Purdy exiting the pocket right. Back to the sideline and intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Johnson.
I'm not going to sit here, Mike, and say there's ever a good time to throw a red zone interception, but in this case, it's the first half. You have the rest of the game to get yourself back down here in the red zone and make up for that miscue, because next time they get down here, they got to be a lot more careful when they decide to air it out.
On the bootleg, it's Williams. In trouble, and down he goes. for the sack. It's going to be a loss of 8 to begin the drive.
Pretty evident that the defense is just giving no time of day to any run actions. They are playing pass all the way, and he can continue to give as many play-action fakes as he wants. It hasn't affected anybody, and in this case, it results in a sack.
He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
To number 21. That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 12.
Third and long. Working out of the gun. Here's Williams. That's to the sideline and intercepted. Picked off by Xavier Watts.
Well, we're getting a little test here early, Mike, to see just how easy is this team to rattle. Didn't look like they were able to get through that opening script that they had worked on all week. So I'm going to be curious on this next drive. Do they stick to the plan? Do they pick up where they left off? Or is there a little bit of a reaction, or dare I say panic, to come out and make some adjustments in response to that early interception?
They get 21 on that one. It's good for a Falcon first down.
We had a feeling coming into the game that they were going to get this guy plenty of touches, and you can see from this early success why. The defense is going to have to make some adjustments here because they have had no answers thus far.
They'll put Ayuk in motion. On first down, right back to Robinson. This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap, not this one. They stop him for no gain.
Heck of an effort by this runner, Mike, just to get back to the line of scrimmage. I think most backs around the league, that play would have resulted in a loss, but not this guy. Continued to fight, continued to do everything he could to prevent the loss, but it still stopped for no gain.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. On the bootleg, it's Purdy. Rolling right. This one caught at the 4. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. Here's 3rd and 2. Get set, get set. They'll try to run for it with Robinson.
You know, it's easy to sit up here and say, hey, just keep running the ball. They've been efficient, just kind of wear down this defense by 1,000 different paper cuts. But the problem is, it's only contingent upon your ability to keep the score down. So if you want to continue to run the ball this often, you're going to have to look to their defense to play really well.
Early big play here. They're going to go for it on 4th down. Outside. They'll go. It's Robinson. He's got the first down. He's got the touchdown. Bijan Robinson. Touchdown Atlanta. His 12th touchdown of the year. Koo is able to add the extra point. And the Falcons will take a 7-0 lead. So out is Koo. He'll kick this one away after the touchdown. He'll start at the 4. They'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. Here's Williams on 1st and 10. Off-balance throw. It's complete.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
From the 29, here's 2nd and 4. They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry, and he's get a Bears first down as the tackle is made at about the 38-yard line.
And the offensive line does a really nice job winning this play at the point of attack. And once he got the ball, all he had to really do was just find a crease and hit it, and he's able to pick up the first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Williams. He's got Loveland free left side. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
So he makes his first catch of the day, and even though it doesn't look like much, Mike, sometimes those are the touches that you can build off of. You know, it's like in basketball, what they say, sometimes you just need to see the ball go through the hoop.
So we are through one here on Sunday Night Primetime. It's the Falcons with the early lead. We're back to Soldier Field after this. Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd down and 7. From the shotgun, it's Williams. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down. Now Williams. Open man, right side. He's got it. And he's out of bounds down inside the 35. They get 25 on that connection. Good for a Bears first down.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Going back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Give him 10 more on that one. Just enough for another first down. Now they are in business. Inside the 15-yard line. Back-to-back, some nice runs. This one good for 11 and another first down. Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. Now a handoff. Oh, a wrinkle. Here comes a reverse. And he'll work forward for about 4. It's 2nd down.
He was brought down at the 8-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Throwing is Williams. He pulls it in around the 5. And they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be 1st and goal.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. Really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch. A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal.
Backed up to the 3. It's 2nd and goal.
What is it on? Here we go.
They'll try to run this one in. A 2nd effort, and he is in. Touchdown, Chicago.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan, everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
We're all tied, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground, Mike. There was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
2nd and 10. Throwing from the gun is Purdy. Pass caught by Pearsall. And nice work after the catch. He stopped a little short of the 1st down marker, but it is a pickup of 9.
There's not a lot to this route. Man coverage, and you got a drag route. Give him a little something off the line and go. Win with speed. Good, accurate ball on the front shoulder pad. Allows him to pick up the rest after the catch and leads to a big game.
Here's 3rd down and a few inches.
Get set.
They run over center with Robinson. And he will convert. Good job there. Drive continues at the 48.
And with the ball on your side of the 50, if they didn't pick it up there, I think it would have been really interesting, Mike, to see if they would have thought about going for it on 4th down. I think they would have, but I guess we'll never know because he's able to pick up the 1st down anyway.
He's got this to Bijan Robinson. And he's out of bounds down inside the 35. Good work after the catch. They gain 19 yards and a 1st down.
So the rule of thumb, so often when you call these play-action passes, Mike, is that the guy you fake it to, he tends to be wide open more often than not. And it's exactly the case here. Dump it off to the back in the flat, and he does the rest.
And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. Give him 15 more on that one. They are on the move. It's a 1st down.
A gain of 15. 1st down, Falcons.
Here's carry number 1 for Rashad White. And he's going to be very close to the 1st down marker. Out of bounds after a gain of 9.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and
A good spot here. 2nd and a yard.
Get set.
They're running here with Robinson. And I don't think he got there wrapped up at the line of scrimmage. And now you're looking at 3rd down. Now Purdy. Throwing off his back foot, and it's taken in. And he gets out wide. He'll go to the end zone. Ricky Pearsall. Touchdown, Falcons. Koo able to add the extra point. And the Falcons will move out to a 14-7 lead. So out is Koo. He'll kick this one away after the touchdown. From the 6, here comes a return. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Here's Williams. Open man downfield is midfield to the 47-yard line. That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Vegas! What is it? Hold on!
To throw is Williams. And he'll slide to a halt after picking up about 6.
Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
Now a give up the middle. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. First down, Chicago.
When the offense broke the huddle in a line, Mike, I think everybody in the stadium knew this was going to be a run, but the offense is kind of saying, okay, line up, I dare you to try to stop us, and right now this defense has no answers.
The Bears will use one of their timeouts here. The clock is stopped with 35 seconds to go in this second quarter.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
Throwing on second down, Williams. And he's going to have the first down as he gets out of bounds, and he stopped the clock as well.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets and put so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. And the Bears are going to be set up first and goal. Nice run, getting them down to the 6. That's a second charge timeout to Chicago, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining until halftime. A run on first and goal. And nice spin move there. Nearly got him free, but he'll wind up only with a gain of about 3.
A 4-yard gain brings up second and goal.
The Bears go ahead, take their third and final timeout, and they'll get together prior to the second down play. Here's Williams now to throw. A look to the end zone, and it's broken up. Incomplete. There was no space, no separation that time. That's going to bring it to third and goal.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm.
Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. And he'll be out of bounds on the return, and the drive will begin then. Williams going to look to throw it on first down. That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up second down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
Williams to throw on second down. Pass is caught by DJ Moore. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. Quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. To throw, it's Williams. He's got his tight end. It's Loveland. 18 yards on the pickup there. Good for a Bears first down.
Every quarterback's dream is, can I get the ball out of my hand as fast as possible and get it to a guy that can do the rest after the catch? And it seems like nowadays, throughout the entire league, the best offenses thrive in yards after the catch.
Now give on the ground. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. That's a gain of 16. This offense is humming. A first down.
Nice job by them getting the back to the perimeter. Then he's able to get outside, stick his foot in the ground, and then get vertical. Right down the numbers. Those are the type of runs this offense wants to see more of going forward.
He's to the 10. To the pylon. He's in. Touchdown, Bears. So 2 touchdowns for him in this one. Numbers 12 and 13 on the year.
That's a heck of a run right there. And I can't tell you, Mike, how many running backs coaches I've heard over the years say, your responsibility with the ball is to make the first guy miss. We can't block everybody on the field. That's the role of a good running back, and you see it here. All it takes is one missed tackle to get this guy in space, and he's able to do the rest with his legs and take it all the way.
After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchdown.
At their own 35-yard line.
Purdy on first down. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 42-yard line.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd down and 3. They'll put Ayuk in motion. On the give, it's Robinson. Angling to the sideline, inside the 35. And he's going to take this all the way to the Bears' 27-yard line. A big play and a much-needed one as well. 31 yards. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Play action. Here's Purdy. Flush to his right, and he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up 2nd down.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Purdy. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down. Montez Sweat a loss of 9 and sets up third down. Shotgun snap to Purdy. That's into the hands of Pearsall on the right side. Pretty good effort on that one. It will not be enough. It's going to bring up fourth down. Out is Younghoe Koo to try the field goal. Oh, he missed it from short range. A bad miss. It's no good. And this is going to remain a 3-point game.
Well, no excuses here, Mike. This is pretty clear. He just flat out pulled it and winds up missing it wide left.
Drive will start on the ground. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. They'll gain 17 on that one. A very quick first down.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a third down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
Oh, big hole left side. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. And hold on to that football, young man. That's a keeper. His first NFL touchdown. On is McPherson for the extra point. He's got it. And the Bears go up by 10. 24-14 is their lead. After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. Showing off the big legs. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line. First and 10. Purdy. That one out of the reach of the receiver's outstretched arms. It is incomplete. Brandon Ayuk, the intended receiver there. And it'll be second down.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
That's going to be intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
So this is where an offensive play caller needs to come to the rescue of his quarterback, because this defense, they're onto you. They've got 2 picks. They're starting to pick up on your tendencies. They're shifting guys over to counter them. Now you've got to add some wrinkles. Now you've got to throw them a curveball and try to shift back some of that advantage to your side of the ball.
A handoff as they try to run it here. Finding space at the 15. And he will not be quite able to stretch the ball out. They're going to mark him down after that huge run all the way to the 1. It'll be first and goal. That's a gain of 28. Now a timeout, Atlanta. That's their first. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down.
What is that?
Here's a run. And he will score again. Touchdown, Bears. That touchdown number 3 for him in the game, and number 14 for the year. And making a hat trick. That is his 3rd rushing touchdown of the game. A big reason his team is on top.
And so far, Mike, this run game has been the difference, and we're going to see in the second half. Now, can they protect this lead? Because, Mike, that's where a run game has its most value. And so far, this guy's been incredible.
After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
They'll start on the ground with Robinson. That's a move that deserved more than he got in terms of yards. Just a gain of 2. Second down, 8 to go from the 28. To throw, Purdy. Out wide, that's Robinson. And nice work there after the catch. He's a little short of the first down after a gain of 7.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up third down.
On third down, it's Robinson. He's going to be close. Going to depend on the spot, but that looks a little short. It is short, and now it's fourth down. They'll try and run for it. And he's going to have a Falcons first down. They find a way to keep the drive going with the fourth down conversion.
So there's multiple factors, Mike, that make blitzes successful. So, of course, there's the initial design. Can you attack the vulnerabilities of the offense's blocking scheme? And then in this case, the next phase is the timing. You can see this linebacker knew exactly when that ball was going to be snapped. The offensive line had no chance to identify and pick him up, and he's able to bring him down for a loss.
And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Great way to start the drive. A gain of 20 and a first down.
It's a gain of 20. And the Falcon first down.
They'll go play action with Purdy. Moving to his right. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up second down.
You have to wonder, Mike, how are those previous mistakes he made earlier in the game still lingering in the back of his mind? You can tell he's being a little bit more conservative. He doesn't want to risk throwing a third interception and kind of just throws this one away.
Play action now. Purdy. And they're going to get to him and take him down. Take him back to the other side of midfield. Gervon Dexter gets him for a loss of 7. And now it's third down. Out of the gun. It's Purdy. That's going to be incomplete, and the clock will stop. Likely one more play in this third quarter. Just what the punter's hoping to do. Fair catch taken right at the 10-yard line. So we are through 3. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. And we see a lot of this as they begin the fourth quarter on the ground. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down.
And he's been on an absolute tear throughout this entire game, Mike. I mean, he's averaging over 10 yards per carry. And anytime you can run the ball with that explosiveness, it's just going to be hard to beat.
Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up third down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations.
3rd and 2. Here we go. Working out of the gun. Here's Williams. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. They get 15 on that. much there. Maybe a yard.
Now at the 35-yard line. 1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 35, here's 2nd and 9.
What is it?
They'll stick with him again. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
This back's been having his way all night long, Mike. Just a lot of room to operate. Great job by the offensive line all night long, but in this case, defense does their job. They're able to penetrate, get in the backfield, and take him down for a loss.
And that is incomplete.
Just didn't quite get enough into that ball. You see sometimes the pressure, the rush, force a quarterback to throw the ball off his back foot. And I think there was a little bit of that here at play. You have to be willing to step up, even in the face of pressure, and get enough behind that ball to put that one a little bit more on the run.
That's a nice job of making things more manageable for this offense as he takes it back beyond the 25-yard line. Throwing on first down is Purdy. Now a screen going to be set up for Robinson. And he's out of bounds inside the 45-yard line. They'll have a first down. It's a gain of 28.
And the Falcons first down.
It's it. It's back.
Throwing from the gun is Purdy. Downfield, and it's caught by Ayuk. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. It's a gain there of 26 yards.
And it's hardly an exaggeration when I say, Mike, that he's probably one of the most difficult individual assignments in the entire league. It's like playing football against that really good kid in your neighborhood. He's just hard to cover, and plays like this, it just shows how special he can be.
Second down and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Throwing again is Purdy. That one incomplete. Good job. Textbook there, separating the man from the ball, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
3rd down and 3 yards to go.
They'll try to run for it with Robinson. And he will score! Bijan Robinson. Touchdown Atlanta. He's got another one. His 2nd touchdown of the evening. Koo able to add the extra point. And the Falcons are able to cut the deficit to 10.
21.
So out is Koo. He'll kick this one away after the touchdown. This returnable from the 4. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10.
What is it?
They'll begin here on the ground. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
And up until this point, this is not something that we've seen a lot of. His running backs had a really nice day. So in this case, this rep goes to the defense.
What is it?
On 2nd down, it's Williams. Quick throw here is complete. We'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
So anytime you decide to blitz, the hope is that the secondary can hold up long enough to allow the extra pressure guys to get to the quarterback. But when you don't get to the quarterback and he's able to get the ball on time and in rhythm, there are holes in the back end, and they're able to pick up the first down.
3rd and short yardage, and here's Williams. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
At this point in the game, Mike, it really starts coming down to the number of possessions. So that's a huge first down conversion. Fresh set of downs. Now, The balance is stay aggressive and maintain the ball, but also start working this clock.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Now this looks like a design run. And a strong 1st down run. A pickup of 9. Setting up 2nd and short.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike. And they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense. And that's exactly what they've been able to do.
2nd and a yard.
Ready, set.
First run of the game here for DeAndre Smith. And he will have the 1st down. Not a huge run, but enough to move the chains. Now the Falcons will use their 3rd final timeout. And they'll get a chance to catch their breath over on the sideline.
And now, ready, set.
On the option, it's Swift. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2.
Cooper DeJean on the tackle. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 39-yard line.
2nd down, they need 7.
Ready, set.
Handoff here, up the middle. Good running there. He's got the 1st down inside the 30.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good runner. 3rd and short, 4th and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
So this one in the win column for the Bears. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. In the end, got a few more